Hello everyone, today's video is going to be all about why re-victimizations are so common. So if you have watched my videos, you know that I have been through sexual abuse from a very young age. I was sexually abused from my grandmother and her ex-boyfriend from age 3 to 11. And then I experienced sextortion from the time I was 14 to 15. And then I also experienced rape on my college campus when I was 17 years old. So with that being said, I have experienced a lot of re-victimizations. I have been sexually abused by 8 different people within my first 21 years of life, which that's staggering, but is really common and is really unfortunate, but is something that needs to be talked about. Re-victimizations happen all the time, and it's really disheartening. I worked really hard in therapy for years and tried to get to a place where I felt empowered, where I felt like I was in control and had my power back, and felt that I would not experience anything like sexual abuse or anything like that ever again in my life. Unfortunately, a lot of perpetrators are very good on picking up on those who have previously been sexually abused or sexually assaulted. And I don't know how they do it, but it is a very common thing. And a saying that I really relate to is, I feel like I have a sign on my back that says, rape me, or like I've been sexually assaulted, which is just disgusting, but so real, because how in the world is someone sexually assaulted by 8 different people within their first 21 years of life? Especially when you're getting an education that is revolved around helping sexual assault survivors, which is what I'm doing. I'm a graduate student at Florida Atlantic University. And unfortunately, I have been re-victimized even while I've lived in Florida. I originally am from Boston, Massachusetts, where my childhood sexual abuse occurred. And then I moved to Kansas City, Missouri, which is where I experienced sextortion and my college rape, which I will be making a video on that will be coming soon. And then I was also sexually assaulted after my college rape when I went on a date through a dating app, which I have not talked about on this platform. I am currently writing a memoir about my experiences, and I'm very excited for that project. I will be giving more information as I go along with it. It is through the editing process. I am now querying for an agent, which is very exciting. But I also, once I moved to Florida, experienced sexual assault in grad school, and it is so difficult because you're trying to heal from all of these experiences that you've had from a young age, but it seems as though each couple years you experience another victimization. And I want people to know that that is unfortunately not uncommon, and that while it is awful and should not happen, of course, you're not alone. And even as a sexual assault advocate, as a victim advocate, I have worked in hospitals assisting victims through SANE exams, which stands for Sexual Assault Nursing Examinations, and also being a speaker on a speakers bureau, where I would go and share my story of victimization to schools, high schools, and colleges. even doing all of that kind of work, I have still been victimized yet again. So I want people to know that it's not your fault. There's not a sign on your back that says, assault me, or I've been assaulted before. A lot of studies say 1 in 3 women are sexually assaulted within their first 18 years of life, and then 1 in 6 men are sexually assaulted within their first 18 years of life. These statistics are just insane and astronomical and make me want to scream, and I'm sure that that's the case for a lot of people, especially those who work in victim advocacy or have been a victim or survivor of sexual assault or abuse or anything else in this area. But a big question I get is, how do you continue to do the advocacy work that you do when you continue to get re-victimized over and over and over? And that is a great question. It is not easy. It is something that has taken a lot of work, and while I am a graduate student in social work, I also still get help from therapists and still use resources that other social workers give me, and that is so helpful. But doing this work is exhausting. A sad fact is, once a child or adult experiences sexual assault, your rates for experiencing it again do increase. But that is a fact, and it's a hard one to hear, and it's really frustrating, but that's just one of the reasons why it's so important, this work that social workers do and that sexual assault advocates do. It's so important to shine a light on this issue and to continue fighting for justice for survivors and create more laws and bills that will ensure that the rate of abuse and sexual assault decrease. Thank you so much for listening, and if you have any questions about re-victimization, I am very open to answering, so definitely leave those in the comments, and thank you again for watching. Bye.